Hey everybody, how are you doing today? We'll get started here in just a second. Hey Remedy, how are you? My stream says that I'm coming in bad. It says that the quality and the resolution is bad, so let me know if you can hear me. Hey everyone. I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. My stream quality is showing that it's not very good, so I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me before I get started. If you would just let me know. Hey Carol Barden, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for coming back and coming into a live chat. I appreciate it. I have a few words for him as well. Pamela, hi, how are you? Thank you. Awesome. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Good deal. So I got headphones in here because there's one last thing I want to see of this Dr. Phil thing. I have officially watched the first part of this Dr. Phil thing. I want to make sure that I hear the last part and then, but they're in commercials right now. It's a re-recording. Someone broadcasted it on Periscope from Canada. So I'm trying to get that information. I had some other things scheduled for later today, so I wanted to make sure that I got on here and was able to give everybody the information that I was able to find out. So bear with me. I am still not feeling the best. I took about 2 pages of notes here, and the information is just shocking. So I am pretty sure that I was positive that everybody had died at the house. We have found out now that that is not the case. So yesterday I talked about how Bella might have either seen her kill her mother, or that she at least saw the aftermath and she saw her being wrapped up in a sheet, and she saw what was going on after that, and she asked what she was doing. So I was reading a comment there from Remedy. Oh, serendipity. I didn't know she had it on there. I was really afraid to put anything on here. I don't want to get a strike or anything. Hey, Valerie. Welcome. Thank you for joining. I don't want to get any strikes. I don't want to get in trouble. Like, I'm a brand new channel. Okay, I'm putting my headphone in here, so bear with me a second. I just want to finish the last part. I'm still going to talk to all of you. I have ADHD. It's like a squirrel every time something happens. So this is almost over, though. I thought it was going to be over. I've got like 3 minutes left. But so some of the information that we found that we thought we might know actually isn't. So they're describing right now on here. I'm kind of gonna tell you what's going on right now. What I'm watching. So they're describing the part 2. Next Monday, they're talking to the Rusick family. So that's some of the information that we have found out. You guys, the information I'm going to give you, it's very gut-wrenching. It really sucks. I'm pretty sure they were baiting me. They were going to tell me Bella's last words. That's one thing I didn't catch. And that's one thing I wanted to make sure that I had. So that's what I'm waiting on right now. They're literally just previewing the next episode. And oh my gosh, they're showing these videos. It's so heartbreaking. I'm going to go over if we think he's telling the truth as well. Because there's information about that is actually gone over in this episode by the attorneys that talked to them. Hey, Tracy Ellis Roberts, how are you? Hey, Colorado Crime Con. I didn't even see that you came in here. I know. Hey, hold on one second here. I thought you were a moderator on my channel already, so. Okay, so they're going over, there's a lot of people that are talking in the background of the video, so I'm done with that. I'm going to watch it when it comes on here. It comes on here shortly, so I probably am not going to have to, I'm going to have to make this a quicker live. So the information that I found out, I haven't eaten lunch yet, and I don't think I'm going to be able to. Part 2, hey, chiming in, part 2 comes on next Monday. So I will get information in regards to that. Valerie, is that the YouTube for the Dr. Phil episode? Hey, Shellabella, welcome. Hey, Pamela Shows. Okay, I heard that and I had that recorded on here, but I didn't know that I missed the part that it was. That's what the last words were. I know that they said that, or I know that Bella said that, and I have that written down here. What I was watching on Periscope, the guy was welcoming in people the whole time, and they were kind of chatting over the whole thing, so I had to really listen and really listen hard. Hey, I'm always gonna, if you're here, I'm always going to try and say hi. You guys are here. I'm here for you, and you guys are here because you know, I hope you like my channel. Again, I'm not everybody's cup of tea, so if you don't want to be here, that's fine too. But so, all right, let's get to it. This is the information that we found. So one of the first things that they went over is what Bella said, and it's been said in the chat, but I will say it out loud for those that aren't, you know, watching chat, or those of you that are, you know, listening. Daddy, please don't do to me what you did to Cece. So what led up to that is absolutely heartbreaking. We heard yesterday that Chris Watts he strangled Shanann and he wrapped her up in a sheet. And we heard that Bella saw at least the part of her being wrapped up in a sheet and said, Daddy, what are you doing with Mommy? Or what are you doing to Mommy? It was either with Mommy or to Mommy. And we weren't sure exactly if she had witnessed the murder or if she had just witnessed the aftermath. Hey, Christine Mahoney, thank you for joining. Hey, Molly Tove, I'm sorry. I think I've said hi to everybody. If not, like, literally, I don't know, type in all caps and yell at me or something. I want to make sure that I say hi to everyone. So that is what we already knew. So I already kind of suspected that maybe he killed the girls right after that, right? Well, what I learned is that when he was asked what he was doing with Mommy, it was said that Mommy, let me go back. He said, Mommy is sick. We need to take her to the hospital. He loaded Bella and Cece on the floorboards. He drove them 45 minutes to the work site. And he then, I missed the whole, I think he left Shanann in there, or I don't know if so I'm not exactly sure where Shanann's body being buried plays in yet. There is a part 2. I might have missed that again. There was talking. So if anybody knows that, let me know. Shanann's family is going to be on next week. The lawyers were on this week. They were showing a preview of what was going to happen, Carol. And Tracy Ellis, hey, how are you? So after he loaded the girls up onto the floorboards, being Cece and Bella, they were alive. He obviously loaded up Shanann somewhere. I missed that part. But he took them on a 45-minute trip to the work site. And he did smother Cece with her blanket. And that is when Bella, it's my understanding, said, Daddy, please don't do to me what you did to Cece. So poor Bella, poor Bella, saw the aftermath of what happened to her mommy. And then saw what happened to her sister. She had to see all of that. It absolutely breaks my heart. There, okay, Pamela Show says he dumped her outside the truck while the girls were in the back seat. And I know that they were specific about them being on the floorboard. They mentioned that 2 or 3 times. I'm pretty sad after all this information as well. Hey, Dad TV, thanks for joining. This absolutely breaks my heart. Remy D, I will always be conscious of my viewers. It's hard to be happy. Yeah, I absolutely, it's awful. And you were in here yesterday, weren't you? You guys, when I got off of this live, I talked about yesterday for a very long time that I was just going to go hug my kiddo for the longest time he was napping. And that's exactly what I did. I loved on him all night. Like, I could never. I don't understand how people do this. So, hey, Morgan. I'm pretty sure he killed the girls before he dug the grave. He killed the girls right before he put them in that oil tank thing. No, the guy's not human. Morgan, welcome. I don't think I've seen you in here before. And Shella Bella, hey. Bella was so sensitive. It makes me so sad. I'm not exactly sure when Bella was killed. I know that she obviously watched Cece die and be smothered with her blanket, which we found out yesterday in a preview. That was confirmed today. And she had to watch that. And then at some point, that's when her last words were, Daddy, please don't do to me what you did to Cece. And then at some point, he also killed Bella. So I told you guys yesterday that I thought it would be worse if maybe he killed Bella first and then if he had Bella's, words in his mind and then killed Cece, because that was something so powerful in how she was acting and stuff. And it's even worse than I thought. The fact that Bella saw the aftermath of her mom, he played it off like they were going to go take the mom. Did they really think that they thought that their mom was okay being wrapped up in a sheet? And then they drove 45 minutes. I cannot imagine what in the world was in those poor little girls' minds for 45 minutes. It makes me so sad. Hey, Tiffany Marie, I'm glad you're here. Hey, Leah. Exactly. What was going on in their mind? It makes me so sad. Yeah, so I am getting the tapes. Hey, it's okay, Tiffany. We just started. I'll go over a recap of everything, too. I was trying to get the last part of... I was watching the full episode of Dr. Phil from someone who recorded it on Periscope. So I was trying to get that, but it was hard to hear, so... I just struggle with this a lot because this is just hard to handle, To learn that Bella had to watch all of that and that they were there for 45 minutes, like, alone with their thoughts. Like, what was Chris saying to them for 45 minutes? He said they were on the floorboard, so I'm assuming, this is me assuming, I would have to assume Shanann would be somewhere. What were those girls thinking? Were those girls talking amongst themselves? Hey, King Anitra. Oh, it's on Daily Motion. That's good to know. I saw that there's a full Dr. Phil recording on YouTube as well. Is it on the Dr. Phil show or like their channel, or is it on somebody else's? They're really strict about stuff. Yeah, it's hard to sleep. I have issues sleeping all the time anyway, and knowing this and having a kid, and man. Wow, Remy D, so you're close. Ugh. Dang. That's crazy. Yeah, it's insane. I'm in shock. They had to have been in shock. I mean, I can't imagine what they were thinking. So, some other things that we found out was that, let's see here. I'm trying to read my notes, and we found out that some of the hardest things for the Ruseks to go to, for them to go through right now, is knowing what Bella went through, just like I said. That's the hardest on them right now, is knowing everything that Bella went through and everything that she saw, which is obviously, it would be hard for anybody. Oh my goodness, that's close. Have you driven by? Yeah, he said that he was taking his mommy to the hospital. Like, what were they thinking? She was wrapped up in a sheet. I'm not sure if Shanann was in the back seat, or I would have to assume so. That's me assuming, you guys. But I do know that they mentioned 2 or 3 different times that the girls were on the floorboards alive. So he sat them on the floorboards. So when we were watching that video, we were watching him with live children. So when people were thinking that they saw the children, yeah. Wow, that's crazy, CrimeCon. Yeah, it's hard to hate someone you don't know, but it's very easy to develop hate over something so awful. It makes you question everything, right? Let's see here. So we talked about how they also re-mentioned in the episode about how there was a struggle from Bella. And I think that's also... Sorry, guys, I'm moving my paper. I wrote all these notes down. It's hard for me to figure it out. We knew that there was a struggle. So that's just another thing I think that adds to the Rusiks and everything that they're going through. So for everybody that's just joined, I know that there's been a bunch of people that have just joined. I'm trying to keep up with comments and everything. But I want to just kind of recap, because I know a lot of people want to know if he's telling the truth and stuff, and that was also gone over. So I want to make sure that I have the time to go over that and answer questions and stuff too. So the main things that we learned is that Bella unfortunately saw Cece be smothered by Chris Watts, and we learned that Bella and Cece were not killed at the family home. They were actually killed out where their bodies were found. So what happened, the sequences of events, is that there was the fight, you know, that infamous fight that broke out, I guess. We've talked about how, here, I'm going to show this message. You're showing some YouTube stuff. It blocks it for some reason. So there you go. Okay, the full episode, guys, is up. But basically the recap here is that we all know the infamous fight. There was apparently a fight. Apparently they were good. I don't understand. This was all in the middle of the night. She didn't even come home until the middle of the night. She looked exhausted. But this is what happened. There was an argument, and then they were okay. Well, then there was another argument, and in that argument, it was stated that Chris was having an affair, the relationship was over, and he wanted a divorce. Shanann said, basically was like, hell no. She didn't say that, but I'm sure she was thinking that. She said that she was going to take the kids and keep the kids from him because of this affair, and she was going to leave. And basically during that fight, it escalated to him strangling her. And Bella walked in the aftermath of her being wrapped up in a sheet, and Bella said, "What are you doing with my mommy?" Or, "What are you doing to my mommy?" One of those. And he said that mommy was sick and that they needed to take her to the hospital. So he loaded up Bella and Cece on the floorboards of his truck, and also loaded up Shanann somewhere. I'm assuming, this is me assuming, you guys, you know what happens, so tell me if I'm wrong. I'll admit it if I'm wrong. This is me assuming she had to be somewhere, but I think she was in the back seat. She was in a bed sheet. Those girls were on the floorboards alive with their dad in the truck, driving 45 minutes to the location of where their bodies were found. So they were alive when they got there. Bella then saw Cece be smothered with her blanket by her father and said, "Daddy, please do not do to me what you did to Cece." At some point, those were her last words, and Chris Watts then killed her as well. It breaks my heart. It makes me so sad. It just absolutely, it breaks my heart. I know a lot of people were thinking that maybe Shanann was killed as soon as she got home and she was kind of ambushed. I'm beginning to think that that wasn't the case, but again, we're not exactly sure what he said was true, and we're going to go over that here in just a second. Some other things that we learned was that the Rusiks right now, some of the hardest stuff for them is knowing what Bella went through and knowing that the things that she saw, and knowing that there was a struggle that ensued from Bella as well. Hey, I think I see some new people in here as well. Hey, Sandra. I'm going to try and catch up on comments here in just a second. I just wanted to get this out. I like to try and get the main point out as quick as possible, just in case people on the replay want to watch it and stuff too. So I want to go over if he's telling the truth and some of the things that were discussed by the attorneys. So they think that he might be lying. And if he was lying, they have reasons that they say there were reasons. And those reasons would be, so again, if Chris Watts was lying, these attorneys that met and found out this information, and they're attorneys on behalf of the families, they say if he was lying, which he might be lying, these would be the reasons why he would be doing that. He would be, one, protecting someone. Hey, Lucy, absolutely awful last words, I agree. Hey, King Anitra. I think I said hey, but I want to make sure I said hey. So that would be one thing, to be protecting somebody. I know that a lot of people have suspected that maybe he was trying to protect Nicole Kessinger, and that someone speculated that she might be pregnant or might have had a baby. If that's possible, I don't know, maybe he was protecting someone or two someones. Pretty messed up that he'd be protecting them, and he didn't protect his own wife and children. It makes me really sad. Hey, Krystal. The other reasons why he might be lying is that he could have just made it all up, because they're thinking that there was actual premeditation, and the way that he makes it sound, hey, Angela, the way that he makes it sound in his confession is that he just snapped. And when you just snap, that's not premeditated. And some of his actions prior make people believe that this was premeditated. Some of those actions we know are calling off. This is what was mentioned by some of these attorneys. He called people off of a job site prior. So this would again lead to premeditation. Again, would lead to him lying. Hey, Tracy B. And the fact that it was a crime of passion, there was a lot more to it. Like, he had a lot of time to think about all of this, and he had a lot of time to make all of this up. And any type of premeditation would not entail a rage killing or a crime of passion. And that's what his confession alludes to, is a simple crime of passion. A simple rage killing. Not even simple. I don't mean to say simple, but he is going that direction in his confession, yet there are other things in pieces of evidence that lead us to believe and lead these attorneys to believe that it might have been premeditated, which again, he would be lying. There might be bits and pieces of his confession that are true, but what breaks my heart even more, you guys, could you imagine if he lied about what happened to Bella and what everything she saw and went through? And then the Rusiks know that? Could you imagine what they're going through right now? And if he lies and what they're going through is because of that, my goodness. Hey, Molly. I think I said hey to you. I just want to make sure I say hey to everybody. I apologize. It breaks my heart, you guys. So that is basically what we learned on Dr. Phil today. I have done a lot of videos recently on some of the other things that we have found out. I'm still, again, waiting on the CORA request, which is the Colorado Open Records Act, and I'm going to be getting that information. I'm really nervous to hear it, because now that what he has said, I feel like he's lying, and it makes me want to punch his face. I know I'll never see him. I know I would never do that if I see him, but, I mean, that makes me angry for his family. What is he doing to everybody? Like, he also led his dad to believe that he never killed those girls, and now he's coming out with this. I don't know. Yeah, a lot of the people in here are saying it was premeditated. I thought it was premeditated too. His actions prior and some of the things that he did definitely lead me to believe. Like, you guys, he was apartment shopping with Nicole Kessinger. Nicole Kessinger was helping him apartment shop. And then all of a sudden, he kind of stopped apartment shopping. Why would he do that? He either realized that, hey, I don't have enough money to do that. I think that might have been one of his aha moments where he realized how expensive it was going to be for him to leave. I don't know. This is me speculating here, but there was something, like, there are a few things that I thought that I saw prior that led me to believe that what he was doing was definitely premeditated, for sure. I'm so heartbroken for the families as well, you guys, and the fact that to know that some of this could be total bullshit makes me really, really sad. All right, I'm looking back through some of these comments here. A lot of these guys are just saying they must have been so scared, and I agree, and it makes me so sad. He definitely pre-planned some of this. Yeah, I agree, Morgan. Morgan is saying that I'm amazed the conspiracy type theories are actually true about the shadows. I think that I think some people might have been trying to create things that might not have been there, but I really do think that there were other people that know what they're doing. And they really knew how to analyze that video, but I'm not good at that. So every time I would try to look at those videos, my eyes would like go all crossed and I'd get confused and have no idea what I'm doing. So I think the fact that somebody was able to analyze it, I just didn't want to believe that it was true. I mean, he just put them through so much more torture. A lot of people did think that Shanann was asleep, and that's why she wouldn't have had any defensive wounds on her. But by his confession, he doesn't say that. But, I mean, again, we don't know what's true. I'd love for him to be hooked up to a lie detector test and them take his confession and twist it into questions that could be put into a lie detector test that would give, results on his confession, and to see if he was lying. I bet you he's lying on at least half of it. And that makes me so sad because this is all getting put out. The fact that his family is going through this, her family is going through this, and then when is he going to come up with another story? Like, oh, okay, guys, this was false. I said the other day that maybe he was just simply trying to put his name back in there because Krystal Kenny and Patrick Frazee were getting a lot of attention, and it was all downhill from there. And there wasn't a lot being talked about in the Watts case because he pled guilty. He was moved to Wisconsin. We didn't know they were going to go talk to him on February 18th. Hey, Dutchie. Yeah, I know. I mentioned that too yesterday. I have some of the things that she does as well, like autoimmune diseases and stuff. And like, I know there are some days where like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of bed and take care of myself, let alone my child. And you just know you have to keep going. But fighting, there's no way. There's absolutely no way. She would have fought if she had the opportunity, I think. Yeah, there are some photos I've seen as well that definitely give me an eerie feeling, and it makes me really sad. I know he failed the polygraph, and I watched those videos as well. I just mean, like, I wish they could take his words and his confession this time and turn that into a questionnaire that could be asked in a polygraph test. That way we could find out exactly what he's lying about. Hey, Lucy. I've just realized that he said the kids were on the floorboard when the lawyer says he's thrown Shanann down, smothered Cece and Bella, I guess, unbuckled herself at some point. Yeah, I saw that earlier as well. I'm not sure. What I was watching was on Periscope, and there was a lot of commentary going on, and it was hard for me to hear, but I know that they mentioned multiple different times that they were alive and they were on the floorboard. No, I do not believe, King Anitra, that what I've been told, and I've actually talked to people who know people in Colorado that say it's illegal for her to be in witness protection because she's not actually a part of it. Like there are certain requirements that she has to meet, and they're missing it. Like she doesn't qualify. I had a good tip. She might be in Vail, Colorado, or she might have been in Vail, Colorado, and this is a source I truly believe is accurate. I'm not sure, though. I'm not sure. Remy D, are you sure? When I watched that, they were pretty specific about the fact that the girls were on the floorboard. They said it 2 or 3 different times that the girls were on the floorboard, and I'm pretty sure it was because Shanann was in the back seat. Yeah, I mean, Bella might have ran away. Good for her. He might have had to have chasing her. I'm not sure. We're going to learn more for sure, and that makes me really sad as well. All of this is so sad. So it's aired in Canada. There was a link. If you go up higher in my chat, there is a link, you guys, of the video. I have not seen this, so I don't know. And it might get taken down because if it's not a Dr. Phil or it's not been okayed, I know that gets taken down almost immediately. So I didn't even want to have it on in the background. It comes on at 3 in my area. I am going to be watching this here in a few minutes, so I am going to be getting off of that. They definitely said it. Lucy, what was it that they said? They realized that the kids were on. Yeah, the kids. Okay, so Lucy did say that she realized that he said that the kids were on the floorboard as well. So, yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. I'm going to have to... Okay, so I have someone saying that no, Bella was buckled in. So, maybe he initially put them on the floorboard and then they moved up. So if you saw the back of his truck, there was nothing, like there was no way he could have put anybody back there. So everybody had to be in the front. Yeah, they haven't even talked about what exactly happened in regards to how he got him in the tanks and all that stuff. Ugh. Yeah, the thumbnail on here, Lucy, is just a picture that I took from Shanann's Facebook profile. That was not anything from any evidence or anything. I won't get any evidence. I get that from the CBI, the Colorado Bureau of Investigations, on Thursday. So everything that I'm saying has come from what I just heard on Dr. Phil. Yeah, if she would have been buckled in somewhere, she would have had to have been buckled in at some point on, maybe in a seat, but without the car seats. I mean, the car seats were elsewhere. I mean, when they looked in the garage, there were at least 2 car seats in the garage. I don't think there were car seats that were in there. Yeah, my heart goes out to everybody. Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, Tennessee gal. Yeah, I thought that they were left somewhere else. I didn't think he had them. Watching it on YouTube here in UK. I need to go back and I need to rewatch it because I want to make sure that everything on here is, obviously correct. And anything that needs to be corrected, I will put up in the description. But I have my notes specifically that he put the girls on the floorboard. I did not hear anything about Bella escaping from a seatbelt. Again, I couldn't hear everything because what I was watching had commentary over it that he was welcoming people in and doing what I do, So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to, rewatch everything. And if there's anything that contradicts itself, then I am going to put it in the description so everybody knows. But it's my understanding that they were on the floorboard and it was mentioned multiple times. Hey, Nick, there is a link above that. There are actually 2 links, one from the Daily Mail and one from YouTube. You should be able to watch it right now. They're better people than I could be as well. It's really sad. It makes me really sad. My heart goes out to anybody involved as well. Like, if anybody listens to this or anybody knows any of the Rusiks or the Watts or any of them, if you're connected to them in any way, my heart goes out to you. I also want to bring up, I know that this right now is bringing up a lot for women and men who have been in situations like this, and these women and men are not talking about it. This is going to bring up PTSD symptoms and triggers, and this is going to bring up a lot of things. So, you guys, if you know anyone who has ever been abused by a spouse, if you know anyone that has been affected by someone who has been killed in a familial way, please reach out to them and just let them know that you're there for them, because I want everybody to know that I'm there for them. And like I always say, that you can always email me, truecrimetruth@gmail.com. Let me know if there's anything that I can ever do, to help you, talk to you, anything like that. But I just want everybody to know that there are a lot of people out there right now. I talked to one of them earlier this morning. They're not even able to be on YouTube right now because of all of this that is going on. So please just be nice, be kind. Hey, Casey, my girl Casey. Thank you. I appreciate it. Hey, Britt. Yeah, so, hey, it's okay. I know you're a little late. You're good. So it's been on drphil in Canada, so it's been aired. This is a really popular thing. People want to talk about this, so it's been aired in a number of different places. Remy, I know. Remy, my ex almost killed me, okay? I get it. I had to have a protection order against him. I don't know. I get it, Bye, Carol. Watch it. Come back. Let me know what you say. Let me know what you think. I know that a lot of people are going through this, you guys. So I just, in addition to talking about this, please just be kind. Please say, if you know someone that's going through something, you don't have to let them know, hey, I know you might be going through something, nothing like that. But just people know, hey, I'm a survivor as well, and I'm okay, because this is my outlet. I am able to get on here and I'm able to talk about things and I'm able to help other people. So I'm not streaming anything because I don't want to get in trouble with copyright, but there are other people that are willing to do it, so that's up to them. But I know that there are a lot of people that this is going to affect, even if they didn't know the Watts or the Rusiks. So all I'm saying is that it would be really nice and kind of all of you to just let everybody know that you're there. Just, send some nice words or something, maybe a Facebook message, or even you just saying, hey, how are you? My friend messaged me the other day. She is my girl, and she is very like me in a lot of ways, and she messaged me when I didn't even know I needed it. So, yeah, and the videos absolutely may be there for, family and friends may view these, and I want them to all know that my heart and my love is all going out to them, my prayers, everything, and that there are people that go through this all of the time. There are people that have experienced this all over, and I just want people to be kind. I'm pretty sure I'm getting the whole 5-hour audio, King Anitra. Exactly, Tennessee Gal. You never know what you're going to go through, so I always try to be kind to people, and I know that I'm here because of all of this, so I'm always here for anyone if you want to reach out to me. It doesn't have to go on here, nothing like that. I want anyone to know If you need me, I'm here. It is starting on NBC now, so I'm going to get off here, you guys. Come back and comment and let me know what you think when you hear everything. And if there's anything contradicting that I have said, I'll go back and put it in the description. As always, please like this. It may be on ABC on the East Coast, so check it out. Check out your local guide. It's either on ABC or NBC is what I'm being told. Check it out. Local time. It's on right now. I'm going to go watch it. Please give me a thumbs up. Share my video if you can on social media, out on Twitter, the Twitterverse, anywhere. Subscribe. Definitely turn on that notification bell. That way you get notified when we upload and when we go live. Anything you want me to look into or anytime you need someone to chat with, let me know. truecrimetruth@gmail.com. Thanks everyone so much for coming in. I appreciate it as always. You guys are the absolute best. All my love.